Let's do it.
Hey guys, Erik Kyle here, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt magazine, and I'm excited to be down at the Miami International Boat Show right here in beautiful South Beach. I love this show, kicks off the whole year for us. While I'm here, I'm kind of wandering around. I'm looking for some new and exciting product to report to you guys on. I found a doozy. I'm here with my good friend Chris over at Everglades. Chris, how are you, man?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm glad you're here, Erik.
Yeah, glad to be here. This is an amazing boat. This is a new model for Everglades. Tell us about it.
Oh, really excited to show it to you. So 335, model year 24. It's been a great model for us, but we put some really exciting enhancements on it that I know you're gonna love.
Well, it's a 33-foot boat model, right? And there's all kinds of new things that as we walk through the boat, you can tell us about.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, really excited to go up on the boat and show it to you. We have a mezzanine seat, we have digital switching. There's some really cool Humphreys trim tabs on it, some great teak accents. You're gonna love it.
So what was the biggest difference between the old 33 and this new 33? Something that you can point to?
The mezzanine seat, people love it. So an aft-facing mezzanine seat, it's a great place to ride as the boat's running. You can look aft, you got great sight lines. If you're at a sandbar or you're anchored up and snorkeling, people just love sitting facing aft on the boat. So you're gonna love that.
So I love Everglades. I happen to own an Everglades.
Nice.
I have been a big Everglades fan for a long time. No, you're not going to be able to sell me this just yet. Maybe next year.
How about the 45?
We got the 45. We'll work on that. You want to buy a magazine? No. So
it's a good trade. I'll do it.
I really dig the brand.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about what makes Everglades. I know some of this stuff, but maybe our viewers don't. Tell us what makes an Everglades and why it's at the top of the food chain.
Thank you. Oh, love to. All right, the heart of every Everglades is the way we build our boats, so the ram cap process. That's an acronym. It stands for Rapid Molded Core Assembly Process, right? And with that process, what we do is we pre-mold foam logs, right? And we have a full liner and we vacuum everything together, right? And what it does is it makes a hull that is super solid and super smooth. So that coupled with the shape of the hull bottom just gives you the best ride in the industry. So everyone knows about our ride, everyone loves our ride. I'm sure you can appreciate owning an Everglades. We also have the best fit and finish, and lifetime structural warranty, and just some very innovative features like our actuated windshield, which is patented. You're only going to see on an Everglades.
Yeah, I love that. Well, let's go check out this boat, brother.
I'm excited about it.
Looking forward to it. Thanks so much.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Okay. So, Chris, we're at the back of the boat. These engines are bigger than me, brother. What is this?
These are Yamaha XTO 450 horsepower engines. And they're great for this boat, a great match.
Yeah.
We get about 55, 56 miles an hour at the top end, which is great power. The boat's also available with twin 350 Yamahas, twin 300 Yamahas, and Mercury V10 400s.
Okay.
Which all give you great performance.
So this is a 56 mile an hour boat on the top end with these engines on it.
Yep, absolutely. Yep,
Okay.
Great acceleration, and like all our boats, you can turn them like as hard as you want. You just got to hold on.
Well, tell me a little bit about the trim tabs while we're here, because being able to turn and the performance of the boat has a lot to do with how you're digging into the water.
Yeah. So this model is the first model that we put Humphreys Lightning trim tab systems on, which are really nice. They're very innovative. They have auto pitch, auto roll features. They're really fast.
Yeah.
And you're gonna like it.
And your gauges up at the helm will tell you everything, exactly what your positioning is, and you can adjust accordingly.
Yeah, absolutely. Some people like to run them in auto mode, and you can set them up where you don't touch them at all, right?
Okay.
So depending on your speed, they'll deploy and keep the bow all the way down, or sense how the boat's tilting or turning and compensate for that. Or if you're an old school guy, you can put them in manual and just use them like a regular trim tab, but they're really fast, which is nice.
Right. Let's jump aboard.
Awesome.
Okay. So, Chris, this is what you're talking about, this mezzanine where you're able to actually face backwards and see what's going on behind it. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's an aft-facing mezzanine seat.
Yep.
It's very comfortable, great backrest. You got armrests. There's even inductive cell phone chargers. Yeah, it's really cool. There's a flip-down footrest.
Yeah.
And you can see it's elevated. So when you're seated, you have great sight lines. You can look aft. So I like offshore fishing, so trolling. You can monitor the baits really well, and you're just steps away from grabbing a rod. Under the seat bottom is actually a cooler, which is great for storing drinks.
Yeah, perfect. So you're not too far away from your favorite adult beverage.
Absolutely.
And I noticed this dive door as well. This is something new in this model, correct?
Yeah, we've upgraded the dive door. and it's a 2-piece door. So there's a gate. You can see we have some teak accents on the gate and some cup holders. And then one of my favorite features about the dive door is when it's open, it stores completely under the gunnel, right? So some dive doors you see out in the industry, they kind of block the cockpit circulation space.
Yeah.
This one's really nice because it stores all the way under the gunnel.
I love this. Now let's take a look up here at the helm.
Yeah, great.
Chris, all I can say here is well done, young Jedi.
Thank you.
This is impressive. Talk to me a little bit about what we're looking at here.
So this is the new updated helm. There's a lot of innovation here. First thing that strikes you is probably it's very clean, right?
Yes.
You don't have a lot of buttons and switches everywhere, right?
Right.
And that's because we have this digital switching system, right? It's an innovative system. We partnered with Garmin, and you can control lights. You know, you can turn them on and off right from your screen. You can monitor your systems. You can monitor the fluid levels of your tanks all throughout the digital switching system. It's pretty innovative, new for this this model year on this boat. We also have tactile switches here at the helm at the ready.
Yeah.
So your horn and your wipers, and then you have other control up here. So you have lots of control. You don't have to use the digital switching, but it's pretty neat, and it's there. I also want to show you our windshield.
Yes, patented.
Yes, it's
Everglades
patented.
only.
Yeah, Everglades only. You got it. It's actuated. It goes up and down. You can see that press of a button, you can actuate the windshield. It's really awesome and very practical. So you can put it down to get more airflow. If you want some wind on you, you can put it up if you don't want the wind on you. And then one really cool feature, if you just want to talk to the people up front, put it down, and those social zones are connected.
Yeah. So that way the whole boat, between the front and the back, it's all one piece rather than having to have the windshield kind of blocking you off.
Yeah,
you got to go around the corner to say hi to somebody.
Right.
I love this. Very clean, very user-friendly. All the information you need. Your Humphreys is right here as well, so you can see what's going on there. All right, well, let's take a look up at the bow.
Let's do it.
Comfy, my man. I'm assuming that you can put a table right down here and we can have afternoon cocktails and a charcuterie board.
You got it. These seats are very in desire when people get on the boat. It's so fun to sit up front and have the wind on you, and people love it. Very comfortable. You can see we have the big bolsters. There's even a little cell phone charger here. You got the great seat forward of the console. And then you'll see teak accents, high gloss teak accents on the side of the console, on the back of our backrest, and then also at the helm. Those are new for this year. People really love them. These here are rod storage boxes, so you can store rods in them, so people love them. You got some great storage under your seats, and there's a big fish box. And that table you were talking about is right here. It's actuated, and it pops up electrically.
This is pretty nice. So even when you're going 56, you're pretty comfortable right here.
You are. Our boats ride nice. You got to hold on. You do have to hold on.
Yeah, well, they got plenty of
comfortable.
handles here. I love this. Very, very comfortable. And I keep on forgetting this is only a 33-foot boat.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's what's really amazing about it. Chris, what is up there, brother?
So we have the best second station in the industry, right? Some cool things about it is that the access to it is on center line, right? If you look at some of the other boats that are out there, you have to climb out on the side and then duck under. It's a little precarious when you're out in the ocean. We're on center line, you come up, you're already inside the cage, right?
Yeah.
Very secure. People love that, right? They also collapse down, right? So it's pretty easy to just unscrew it and it folds down. So people that trailer the boat or have a lift with a roof on it, you can easily collapse the second station. So you have full control in the whole helm. Everything that you can control in the lower station, you can also control in the upper station.
Now, we're up in the Great Lakes.
Okay.
We don't see a whole lot of that for like walleye hunting and all that kind of stuff. Do you see a lot of second stations up in going up to the Great Lakes, or is that something you can buy this model without the second station?
Absolutely, it's an option.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's regional, right? We're here in South Florida. We're in Miami today. People sailfish all the time this time of year. The visibility is what gets you, right? So people love the second stations. You can look around and you can really spot birds, bait, things floating. I will encourage you though, it's just fun. You know what I mean? So even if you don't need it to fish, run a boat from up there. It's really fun.
You feel like you're king of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, when I had a flybridge boat, that's what I felt like. But I'll be honest with you. Our visibility is about 13, 14 feet at best up in the Great Lakes. No, I'm just kidding, of course. But no, I love that. I love that. That's absolutely awesome. But a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, in the Great Lakes, you don't see a lot of those, but maybe we should see some more. All right, what's in the hold? What's down below?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a nice head. Let's check it out.
Okay. Chris, I'm 6'4" and I'm standing up, brother.
Yeah, we got great headroom in this boat. We really strived hard to do that. There's also awesome access. If you open this up, You can see you have access to all the electricals behind the Garmins. Yeah. You can see all the electrical, the fuses, everything's labeled and right at the ready. So if you have to do any work on the boat, you're really going to appreciate that access.
No, that is fantastic. And again, I mean, usually when you get into a boat, the head on the center console is so small, but I've got room down here. I mean, there's actually
Yep, got some great storage area. There's a shelf. You're sitting on a nice teak accent on top of the head. There's a sink.
Sink right
there's
here.
There's some storage forward.
Okay.
Nice wood step, and then there's bilge access just under the sink. That's your toilet paper holder there.
Gotcha. So everything you need is right here.
Yep, and you can see if you open that up just one more time, the seacocks great at the ready, and they're labeled, right? So you can tell which one's which one goes to which drain or pump out.
Very smart. So on mine, we have a head down there, but we don't really use it because it's kind of tight. But this is plenty of room. This is absolutely fantastic. So Chris, we're back at the helm, and the seating at the helm is critically important. I mean, I know you've got the access to be able to get up there, so you've got the ladder right behind you. But being able to sit at the helm and being comfortable is critically important. What are you guys doing here?
Yeah, great. So this is the heart of the boat, right? This is where we're going to run the boat, and we have triple release marine teak accent helm seats, and they're on sliders too. So if you want to slide it forward, you know, all you do is you pull it and it goes forward. So triple seats. The helm is to port, and you can see the beautiful teak accent here on the console dash. It really matches the seats and highlights it very well. I'd also like to show you our access.
Yeah, right down below it. That's where you got some more goodies.
So there's a little storage bin right here, which is great for everybody's wallets and keys. But if you open this up, you have access to all your house batteries. And once again, all the fuses, all the breakers, everything's organized, everything's labeled. And if you have to do any maintenance on the boat, then you're really going to appreciate that.
Really simple stuff, brother.
We're also standing on an anti-fatigue mat, right? So you see a lot of foam-filled decks out there. This is actually extra thick, and it takes out some of the bounce. It just gives you a little more comfort as you're running the boat.
Okay. Well, one more thing in the back that I want to point out. So, Chris, we talked about the mezzanine seat. What is going on over here?
All right, we got some great features. At the heart of this boat's a fishing boat, right?
Yeah.
So check out the size of this fish box here. It's over 70 inches long.
Holy mackerel.
And we have dividers in it, so if you wanted to put bait on one side and ice, we also have a live well right next to you. But we get a lot of guys that wahoo fish, and this is long enough to put a nice healthy size wahoo in it.
That is outstanding, my friend.
We got great seating. These seats fold out, give you some great seating. And then let me show you the bilge access.
Is that a Seakeeper?
It sure is.
Holy mackerel.
So our boats are built with the ram cap process like we talked about earlier.
Yep.
So it's a full liner. So everywhere you get access to the boat, you're going to see finished fiberglass. You're not going to see raw fiberglass. And what you're seeing now is the bilge. You can see the Seakeeper is in the forward end of the bilge, which is a great place for it to keep the center of gravity low.
Yep.
Then you can see the transducers and the access to all your through hauls and live well pumps and water pumps. So lots of room down there. You can store stuff, but you can get down there and just see the quality and fit and finish of our boats is very high.
I love it. All right, Chris, so tell me, if I'm not able to make it down to the Miami Boat Show, then shame on me, because I need to be able to come down here. This is a fantastic show, right? Tell me, if I'm not able to come down to the Miami Boat Show, where can I go online to find out more information about Everglades, find maybe a local dealer, find out what it's going to take to get me in one of these boats?
Thank you, Erik. Evergladesboats.com. We have a dealer network that is very strong. So every area that you want a boat in the world, we have a great dealer network. They would love to take you for a ride. You really got to go for a ride on our boats to experience it. Evergladesboats.com is the place to go.
You're the man, Chris. Thank you so much
Erik.
for your
Appreciate
time
it.
today.
Thank you.
No, I appreciate it. Guys, this is where it's at, evergladesboats.com. Make sure that you connect with them online, find your local dealer. Just go for one ride on an Everglades and it's all over. You'll be an Everglades owner for life. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. We'll see you out on the water.